Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome to our latest webcast that we're bringing you from Travel Weekly as part of our Roadmap to Recovery series. And I'm delighted to be joined today by Sean Treacy, who is the Senior Vice President, I should say, of International Sales at Royal Caribbean. So it's wonderful for you to join us. Thank you so much. It's good to see you, Sean.
Great to see you, Lucy. Thank you. And I've got a big smile on my face after yesterday's announcement.
Well, it's been a big week for you guys, lots happening. So let's go through it. And I think probably the key thing for the UK market was your announcement about Anthem of the Seas sailing this summer round UK cruises. And I know lots of lines have already announced in the UK. I think you're joining one of, I think it's 12 lines so far that are going to be doing these summer sailings. But people have been very excited about you announcing that Anthem is back. So tell us how important this is for you guys.
Oh, this is huge for us. We're so excited about yesterday's announcement and bringing Anthem back starting July 7th and doing some domestic cruises, 4 nights ocean getaways, and then we're going to visit different ports in the UK. What it means is we're back, and we're back with our best in Anthem. It's been 5 years since Anthem's been in the UK, and it's such an amazing resort when you think about a holiday for both couples and families, between the entertainment provided on board, Dodgem cars, pretty much anything under the sun that you'd want in a holiday, you can get on Anthem. So the ability to come back and give that to our UK guests is something really that we're really excited about.
Yeah, well, she's a big ship, and I know she can't get into that many ports. I know you've got a couple of on your itineraries, but I guess really, you touched on it there. She's a resort in herself, isn't she? There's so much to do. She's, as you say, I mean,
yeah,
so
just
many
the
restaurants.
The variety that Anthem offers between the restaurants, the Tony Award-winning "We Will Rock You" Broadway show, 270. I mean, there's just so much for people to do on board. I would say it rivals any holiday that people will be able to do out of the UK. It's just an amazing ship, and it's so popular in the UK. So to bring her back and be able to announce that she's coming back yesterday was very exciting for us.
Yeah, when you mentioned she's popular, have you got a feel yet for? I mean, I've seen a lot on social media. Agents certainly in the UK were very excited, but have you had a feel of response to the news from the UK yet?
Yeah, I'd say the response that we've heard from our trade partners is very positive. And, the experience we've had is we've brought a few ships back now has been positive everywhere. Yesterday we announced the delivery of Odyssey, our brand new ship, which just a few weeks ago we announced home porting in Israel. And the response from the Israeli market for that's been tremendous. I think it's similar everywhere in the world. We've all been kind of locked up in our houses and dreaming about our next holiday. And this is going to be a tremendous opportunity for people to reconnect with their families and go on holiday. And so I think the response will be very positive.
Okay.
The other thing we did yesterday is we announced that we're extending Quantum in Singapore, because the demand there has been so tremendous that we've added another 4 months of sailing on Quantum out of Singapore. So I'd expect the same thing out of the UK with Anthem.
What as in, you mean the demand, people being
Yes.
really keen? Yeah. All right, just clear up for us, because obviously, as I mentioned, lots of lines are going to do this round UK sailings, and they've all got slightly different policies in terms of what they're expecting guests to have in terms of the health and safety protocols and vaccinations. So you've gone with vaccinated adults,
correct,
vaccinated crew, which is I think you were the first to announce that, and obviously PCR tests for under 18s. Tell us why you've gone with that policy.
Well, we're taking a layered approach to our health policies, and when we talk to destinations and health professionals, they've all talked to us about the importance of vaccines, the game changer that it is in vaccination and in combating the virus. So to start, we think that's very important to have vaccinated adults. And then when we talk to our crew, the overwhelming majority, in fact, when we did a survey, I think 97% of our crew said they intend to be vaccinated and want to be vaccinated. And so for the health and safety of both the crew and the guests, we feel that's an important way to start as we return to service in the UK. But we also wanted people to bring their families on board and children. And so that's why we'll follow the testing protocols and guided by the health authorities in the UK and how we'll do that. So that's our approach.
So how with the vaccine, presumably your crew come from all over the lots of different parts of the world, and so how hard is it then to ensure they are all vaccinated? Because obviously lots of countries have got very different policies and different rates of
we've been working very hard with the crew and constant communication about on tracking vaccines and helping them guide them through the process. I think one of the things to remember is we're starting in July, and the landscape of vaccines will change between now and July. There'll be more availability. Just think about where the UK was just a few months ago, or the US. Here where I am in Florida, starting next week, anyone 18 and above will be eligible to be vaccinated. And just 2 months ago, almost nobody could be. So the rollout of vaccines is accelerating at a great pace, really globally.
So it's not that you as a company have been able to buy them to vaccinate your crew. You're just doing it as per the governments and the policies in each country where your crew are from.
Well, we're working to get as many crew vaccinated in market, and then for those that can't, we have plans to vaccinate them.
And do you think that will make a difference to consumers? Do you think they want that, is that a sort of a request of consumers that they would like to know that all crew are vaccinated as well as their fellow passengers? Do you think that's going to sort of, since you're one of the only ones to have announced it so far in this market, do you think that will sort of be an advantage for you?
Well, we just thought about it as in talking to our crew, how important it was for them, and then also an added layer of the many layers of safety. I think consumers want to know that they can cruise safely, and we've been able to demonstrate that in Singapore now. We've had over 50,000 people cruise in Singapore, and that's even without vaccines. So I think it's just one.
You haven't had a single case, have you?
No cases in Singapore. So I think it's just one extra step.
Yeah, and if you can do it, then why?
Yeah, why wouldn't you? Yeah.
Okay, all right. Now you mentioned Odyssey. She's your newest ship in the fleet, 25th ship, is that right? That's
correct. Yes, that's our 25th ship.
Hard to keep up, but just tell us a little bit about her. She's from the Quantum class. Is she exactly the same as her sister ships, or are there any differences on board?
One of the differences, and she'll be operating in the Med, is it's a much bigger footprint of the outdoor pools. We wanted to give more space, more pool space on the upper decks for people to enjoy the sun of the Mediterranean. And so that's an exciting difference. We've got some new restaurant options, some new food options, barbecue. But a lot of the popular features of Quantum are still available with the Solarium, with the 270. So we've taken some of the very popular items, but really expanded that pool deck to take advantage of the Mediterranean sun.
Okay. And one of the big iconic features, of course, is the North Star.
Yes.
Now, why has Odyssey got a lime green North Star when all the others have got white and navy blue?
I think it's just a little bit of fun. Yeah. Why not?
Well, absolutely, why not? But I thought, is there something about this? She's just slightly different.
Yeah, I think we'll learn a little bit more later, but I think it's just to be a little whimsical, like we like to do at Royal Caribbean.
Okay, fair enough. All right, well, it sounds like, with Israel, you mentioned Singapore's been successful. We'll come to the UK, and you've also announced sailings out of Bahamas and Bermuda.
And Jewel in Cyprus.
And the Jewel in Cyprus, of course. So, it definitely feels like you're getting some momentum here. Do you feel sort of confident that this is just going to build and build?
Yeah, I think we'll see more destinations open up and start up for cruising. I definitely see that. A lot of destinations have reached out already as markets like the UK have opened, and many parts of Europe. Yeah, I think this is very much a trend, and cruising is back, and that's again, as I mentioned at the beginning, that's why I have such a smile on my face. We're going to be very busy over the next couple of months.
And, obviously with the Anthem Sailings, they're just for Brits. Israel, they're just for Israelis. Singapore, just for Singaporeans. So is that the way that you've decided to go, that you just keep it per nation at the moment? Or with Cyprus, are you going to allow sort of other?
It's really, we're being guided by the local authorities in Cyprus. The government's working on green lanes for multiple inbound tourism. So international guests that can travel to Cyprus will be available, and I think we'll get quite a bit of demand from the UK when that opens up, which we're excited about. And similar in the Bahamas and Bermuda. So it's really based on the local requirements. In Singapore, in Israel, and the UK right now, inbound travels not allowed, but as that opens up, I think we'll open up cruising once the authorities permit it.
Okay, and we saw this week Michael Bailey. He was reported as saying he was worried about the CDC giving outdated guidance regarding the return to sailing. So what did he mean by that, Sean? Are we sort of nervous that you're not going to get back to cruising as we know it in the US? Is he worried about that?
Yeah, since the conditional sail order, it's been, I think that was in October, November. It's been, 4.5 months since that happened, and a lot's changed since then. One, we've learned a lot with our experiences as a brand in an industry, specific to our brand. We mentioned in Singapore, we've had over 50,000 passengers without a case. So we know how to do this with the right protocols to keep people safe. Destinations are opening up. The UK is opening up. Bermuda, Bahamas, the Mediterranean with Israel and Greece, and vaccine rollout. So a lot's changed since when the CDC announced the conditional sail order in October. So the guidance should change based on the science of the vaccine and all that the cruise industry's put in place to keep people safe and operating through the pandemic.
So you think, I guess you think it's just still a little too strict, and you want it, obviously you need it to be lifted.
I think the point is we don't know because we haven't received anything yet. So okay. So I think that's the view, and we're looking for guidance based on how the science has evolved with vaccines
from where we are now. Yeah. And I know that there's been sort of quite a movement to encourage trade partners, other cruise lines. They're all trying to sort of pressure or get this guidance and this as you say, current guidance out as soon as possible, aren't you?
Yeah, and as it's a logical question, as we talked about many destinations opening to cruise. So the question is, what's the plan for the U.S.?
And when are you hoping to hear something, John? Realistically, when do you think that will be?
Well, I don't have a crystal ball, but so the real answer is I don't know. But we're ready, and we're demonstrating that through the many operations we've already launched. Our experience in Singapore, the experiences the industry and our sister brands TUI have had in Europe, and we're looking forward to getting guidance on starting up.
Okay, all right. Well, look, just finally, because we don't know you very well, because I think you were just saying to me, I think you took this role probably right at the start of the pandemic, and I guess ordinarily you would have been over to the UK meeting some of your key trade partners. That's not been possible, of course. So, but I guess you're working very closely with your team over here, and have you got any messages, I guess, to the UK trade? I know they're excited, but what would be your message to them?
Yeah, well, Lucy, I think I was mentioning to you, one of the many frustrating parts of the pandemic is not having the ability to meet face to face with so many of our trade partners that are so crucial to our business in the UK. And I really look forward to that day. I guess we're entering the Easter long weekend, and we're opening Jewel and Anthem for sale next Wednesday. So my first message to the UK trade would be, do what you can over this weekend, whether it's yoga, shadow boxing, push-ups, whatever you need to get ready, because Wednesday is going to be a very busy day for sales when we open for sale, and that's a beautiful thing.
What will you do, Sean? Will you prioritize people who had cruises cancelled, or how will it work? Or are you taking advanced registrations? What do you, for Anthem, I mean specifically?
We've given people whose cruises were canceled the opportunity to lift and shift, or the same model we've done before with future cruise credits. So they'll be able to apply the future cruise credit of the 125% to the new cruise should they wish.
Okay, all right. And then, but anybody else, it's open, I guess, open to any, an agent should be promoting it to all their customers
Yes.
who are on holiday this year.
Yes, and we're looking forward to it.
All right. Well, listen, it's fantastic. I'm so grateful for you giving us this time, because we've been dying to meet you, and it's great to hear your support of the UK market. I know it's very important to you as a brand.
Yes, thank you so much, Lucy, and hopefully the next time I see you, we'll be on board a cruise ship.
Oh, I wish, I hope so. I need to get vaccinated.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be brilliant. Thank you very much to Sean Treacy from Royal Caribbean.
Thanks so much, Lucy.